This is Lonnie Bowman this morning with another teaching on biblical principle. Now, this particular teaching is an excerpt on trying to understand or trying to express the condition of human life, whether they fall in our family, in communities, or government, or even schools. And we call this one two ways of life. Two ways of life. And here's the reality of life. You have two spiritual kingdoms, which is the application of John 10:10 based on creation. And whatever kingdom you allow to exist in your community or in your family or in your government or in your schools will be the condition thereof. One said that I came to kill, steal, and to destroy mankind through any means necessary. That's my mission. The other kingdom said that I came to give life and to give it more abundantly. One is negative and one is positive. Those are the two ways of life. Two spiritual kingdoms express themselves through mankind's and creating condition. Now let me make a point here. Now this is a personal point based on observation and based on what is happening in our country and the world. You have two spiritual forces fighting against each other, trying to set up their kingdom on earth. Let me take, for instance, our government right now. Our government is very divided. You have Democrats against the Republicans. You have the Republicans against the Democrats. Some call it liberal and conservative. And they fail to realize that those are spirits. That's what we refer to as mental warfare, thought warfare, spiritual warfare, program warfare. All those are the same expressions of those two kingdoms that are trying to control the condition, or trying to create the condition of man. Two spiritual kingdoms based on the application and wisdom that is found in John 10 that express every condition on the face of the earth derives from one of those two kingdoms. Now I talked about our government, how they are divided, not knowing that it is not them that the division is coming from. The division is coming from kingdom number two. Those are spirits that set out to divide the country through a variety of ways that spirit of division shows itself. Now let me express another concern. And this goes way back when they pulled prayer out of school. Ever since prayer was taken out of school, if you look at the indicators of the downward spiral of the moral essence of our school system began to go in the negative position. And it is gradually continued to move in that direction. And the reason that is because our society made a decision that one kingdom would be banned, per se, from the school system. And it's not but two. If you deny one, the other one will take up the space. So what we're dealing with a decision that this country made in terms of denying the Spirit of God, the first kingdom, to have protection and have influence over our schools. We done that. We made that decision by being convinced about one person to pull prayer out of schools. And now we look at the results. Unless we plant new seeds and go back to the old seed, the problem will get worse. That does not only take place in our school system, it takes place in the government, it takes place in our family, it takes place in our community. It's not but two kingdoms. One good, one bad. One positive, one negative. That's what we are up against. We are not up against each other. We are up against two spiritual kingdoms setting up itself to create condition in the earth. This is Lonnie Bowman with another short excerpt on the two ways of life. Two spiritual kingdoms creating two conditions that man has to live with based on understanding those two principles. If you have any questions concerning our teaching, give us a call at 229-446-1664. Again, this is Lonnie Bowman with Lonnie Bowman Ministry International. Thank you.